Leo. Welcome to your astrology tarot reading. It's been nothing but minor issues so far, but hopefully as we get into it, we'll just get in the flow. We're going to get started with some messages from Miracles now. And if you don't know about Gabrielle, I don't remember her last name, Bernstein, she's like a motivational speaker, but I think she started out as a Kundalini yoga teacher and got into meditation. I don't know. She's got some really great books though, and some card decks that go with it. So if you don't follow her, you should check out her stuff. It's very positive. All right. There is always a solution of the highest good. So that's how we're starting your reading, Leo. All right, God, can we get two more for Leo? The moment I begin to celebrate myself and focus on my successes is the moment I begin living. So I think that is a message to focus on you and what you've already accomplished as you're going along your path and your journey. You might find yourself not there or not where you thought you would be, but not only practicing gratitude, but also being able to have self-awareness that for what you've come through, what you've accomplished up until this point, all you've done so far, the parts of yourself you've been developing. And then if you focus on that, it says the moment I begin to celebrate myself and focus on my successes, because there's multiple successes that you've probably accomplished just to survive up until this point, is the moment I begin living. And I think part of that is coming into awareness. So like coming into full awareness, accepting your life as it is, being grateful for the things that are positive in your life already, and also doing some self-inventory, some self-reflection, and looking back on what you've been through, what you've accomplished, things you tried that you thought maybe you would never try, and then you did them. But all the little things that have made up your life until now, if you focus on the positive of how you got through it, what you've achieved so far, it'll give you that kind of grounding in your now moment, and that kind of awareness. Mindfulness, I think, is really what I'm making it sound more complicated than it is, but just practice gratitude, practice self-inventory, celebrate what you've accomplished, what you've tried, what you've done up until now, what you're still continuing to try doing. And then that gives you a sense of awareness, a mindfulness, a grounding in the now moment that is true life. Like, I don't know if you're into Buddhism, Leos, but there's a lot about mindfulness and awareness bringing you into the now moment so that you can be like as real as you are. Like the idea that there is only now, and everything else, like the past already happened and is gone, and we can't really manipulate it, although some people think maybe you can, but and then the future, which isn't set and hasn't happened yet, and there's multiple things that it could be, but the now moment is, and there's a grounding in taking stock and coming to that place of realization, like I'm here in the now. So if you're working on something and you're halfway through and you're like, oh, I wish I was further along, this is your reminder, Leo, to take stock of what you've been through, to be grateful for it, to celebrate all the things you've achieved and accomplished already in life, and to get that awareness, that mindfulness, that grounding in the now moment. It's supposed to offer a sense of freedom too, to just be where you are, who you are, up until now. The future still beyond, yet to be determined. All right, let's get another card for you. One last card for Leo. Obsessing over the outcome of a relationship gets in the way. Instead, I let go and allow. And that could be any kind of relationship. It could even be a relationship with yourself or your perception of yourself. But it's just telling you, like, don't obsess. Just let go. Just let things. You don't have to have a tight control over everything and everyone in your life. That's just stressful. So just let it go. Just relax. Loosen your grip on how you think everything should be playing out in life and in your relationships. I'm just looking at my chart. Okay, let's get some Gypsy Witch cards for your past, present, and future. What Gypsy Witch cards does Leo need to learn about their past, present, and future right now? Right in this very moment. All right, tell me about Leo's past. Should move my candles so you can see it. There you go. Just mesmerized. Okay. Oh, here we go. 2. So it's 3 of spades, number 10. The pig, whether near or far, it is an omen of phenomenal luck and great abundance, high honors, and all ambition attained. Whether near or far. So this is for your past. So maybe in the past you leveled up, you had some kind of phenomenal luck and great abundance, high honors. This is giving me that people are learning about you. They're learning who you are. They're coming to trust you. They have faith in you. So that's for your past. And with that came the 9 of diamonds. Number 39, the heart, signifies joy when near. And it's beautiful, Leo. So great abundance and honor and great joy. And that's your past. But I'm getting that's like a more recent past. It's not like a super long time ago. All right, how about your present? Tell me about Leo. Tell all of us about Leo's present. What does Leo need to know about their present? The Jack of Diamonds, number 14. The rider is a sure sign of good news unless alongside of 6, 8, 11, or 13. Well, it's all by itself. So, a sure sign of good news, the rider. It's cute. And it looks like he's jumping a fence. He's dressed like a jockey. So I don't know, maybe it's some kind of long distance race. Anyway, that's in the now, in the present. Looks gross, but it's good. Okay, more for the present. One more. What else does Leo need to know about the present? Ooh, Jump right in. 10 of Spades. Number 30. The rod near predicts family quarrels, distant pecuniary losses. I'm just trying to make sense of the picture. I have no idea what that is. But it says the rod near predicts family quarrels, distant pecuniary losses. That would be money losses, I think. But it's in the now. So right now, Leo, you might be having some family quarrels. But it came out with a rider. So a sure sign of good news. So maybe you're going to get some good news about family quarrels. I wish I could understand what the picture is. It kind of looks like a whip. And a bundle of straw, but I'm not sure. The rod. Anyway, so yeah, so in the now, Leo, you might be getting some good news about family quarrels. I don't know what that means. Maybe your family likes to argue or something, or if there's drama. Okay, and now for the future. What does Leo need to know about their future? 6 of Spades, number 29. The mouse. The mouse denotes loss by theft. Nearby, it denotes recovery after great difficulty, but distant, the loss will be irretrievable. Well, it's in the future. So, you know what I'm getting from this, Leo? That you should maybe like change your passwords and up your security and buy one of those like cyber attack wallet card protector things. Like you should, moving into your future, Leo, especially if you're going to be amassing money, this mouse card, I don't know if I should have taken so cute. This mouse card is giving me that the more money you make, the more the people around you or whatever, people just in general are going to try to steal it. So like loss prevention is what I'm thinking that you need to start doing for your future. So maybe invest in like a doorbell camera and like one of those wallet card protectors so people can't scan your thing, and then maybe change your passwords. They say you should do that every once in a while, but I mean, I don't really know. And what else? Like maybe your banking information, make sure that's all secure. Just I don't know if what the mouse card in your future seems to be predicting is going to happen. But what I'm getting from the card is that if you do little, like you should start now doing small things to protect your security, especially when it comes to your money. So start looking those things up and start like one by one doing those things. And maybe get into the habit of like changing those passwords every few months or something like that. Don't be giving people your information, but I don't think a Leo would probably do that anyway, but this, I'm getting like start those small steps to protect yourself from loss and theft now, because the more money that you have and the more money you grow, the more of a target you might become. So if you start working on those safety measures, those loss prevention measures now, as you go into your future and you are amassing more money, then you'll just be more safe and secure. Like you could maybe even consult someone, like a specialist, or like maybe read a couple books or look that stuff up online. I don't know. But that's my advice to you, is start doing all of those little things. Like I would try to do every single little thing that you can do in reality, one step at a time, to safeguard your abundance from theft and loss. All right, what else does Leo need to know about the future? I feel like this one on the bottom wants to come out. Lightning. Six of clubs. I feel like that's clubs. Six of clubs. Number 43. Lightning denotes surprise, disagreeable in accordance to distance. Surprise. So this is okay. So disagreeable in accordance to distance. This is your future. And actually, these cards look pretty, like the coloring is very similar. Is that right? So yeah, so you might be getting a surprise in the future with the lightning that has to do with theft. So yeah, I would start protecting yourself now. You can even like talk to maybe your bank or something, and they could give you some ideas. But yeah, I would just start looking into it now. Start doing those things now. I would do online stuff. I would do in-person stuff. I would do like all the hacks and everything. But I would also protect your home, because even if you just have expensive things in your home, that can be like that can draw in people who want to steal it and then like sell it or whatever. Okay. So, what's next for Leo? Okay. We're going to get you. Usually, on my plan it says Osho Zen, but I decided today I'm gonna swap. So I'm gonna use these Sacred Forest Oracle cards. So we'll get you one of those for your overall. So what message does Leo need to know overall? Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. Spirit Guardian of Summer expansion. And that suits you, Leo. It's so beautiful. It's like a fruit tree in an orchard. Maybe it's apples. Can't really tell. And then there's this yellow bird. It's so pretty. Okay. So that makes sense for Leo. Let's get the book. I think it's this one. Just gonna have a drink. If you're wondering what's in my brew, it's just water and lemon and cinnamon. It's supposed to be good for your metabolism, but it tastes really good, even though it's just two things in water. All right. Mm-hmm. 37. Okay, so this is Spirit Guardian of Summer expansion. In the sacred forest, the spirit guardian of summer has arrived. Large clumps of purple berries hang heavy on the vine. The apple trees, they were apple. The apple trees are laden with shining, ripe red fruit. The droning of the bees fills the forest. The grass is high, the forest is alive with the heady scent of flowers. I'm just going to skip to the end. Work with passion, don't hold back. Take positive steps in the direction of your dreams now in order to reap the harvest later. Your hard work will result in abundance, bounty, and beauty. Celebrate. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's awesome. Okay, let's get you some clarification. So let's clarify Leo's past. So I think you're going to have a great summer, Leo. That's the vibe I'm getting. All right. Projections, but it came out reversed. So, change. I think this is the Wheel of Fortune card. So, with projections in the reverse, in your past, I'm getting that in the past you might have had illusions about yourself, others, or there was like lies and manipulation. You might have been a victim of narcissistic gaslighting, or something similar, where just there's like it wasn't matching up. It wasn't the real thing. It wasn't the truth. Whatever, and you left that behind and changed. I feel like you changed your life. So maybe you were in a bad relationship and you were just like, okay, that's it. I'm done with this bullshit. Maybe there was lies, gaslighting, whatever, but it wasn't what you thought, and the illusion broke at some point, and you just, the Wheel of Fortune, the change, you just moved on. You moved forward. You were like, you kind of leapt into your next phase. And with the pig here, which was phenomenal luck and great abundance, honor is attained, and the heart signifying joy, maybe your natural state was really light and happy and grateful, and this situation or relationship you were in with the projections was pulling down your vibration. So maybe when you got out of that and you moved away from that into your own truth, you're able to sort of shine. You're able to expand, right? Because that's the thing. If you're in a toxic relationship, you're not going to be able to expand. On the physical level, it looks like every time you want to do something or you have a new idea or you ask for partnership and help with something, the person just shuts you down or they attack you, right? On a spiritual level, it's like you want to grow, you want to learn, you want to move forward into new phases and try new things, and the energy is just like, it's just awful. It's just awful. It's kind of like they're trying to beat you down in the spirit world, with the way they make you feel, with the energy. Like, it's just like, when they say bad vibes, this kind of limiting energy. But I don't think that was coming from you. I think that, Leo, that what you were great, and you were dealing with some quagmire of lies. And once you moved forward out of that, you could just be the abundant, lucky, joyful person that you had within you. So good for you, because some people stay in that forever and they never really get to experience what it's like to be their true self, because they can't expand, they can't grow, they can't try new things, because the people or the situation is like holding them back. And if you believe in the whole spiritual war thing, then other people can act as agents to try to bring down light workers. So you have to be really careful, because a lot of times people don't even know that they're doing it. They're like sleepwalking through life, and they're just being puppets. So once you realize, like, things are not what they seem, someone is not who they say they are, or you can't count on or trust this person, it's really good to get some distance. Whether you stay together or whatever, or you break up, or you leave that family, or you leave that job, or whatever, you move away, whatever it is, just take the space for yourself. Take yourself and scoot yourself away and calm yourself down and start going through it logically and working through the situation logically, and see, and it's like, yeah, sometimes it's about red flags, but a lot of times it's more about like the energy you gave and the energy the other person gave, the intentions you approach the situation with and the intentions the other people approach the situation with. And that can be like really a simple way to differentiate those who mean you well and those who don't mean you well, right? Because people who mean you well are going to have good intentions for you, and they're going to bring good energy to those situations, right? All right, let's check out some clarification for your now. So can you clarify Leo's now? So for the now, you got the Rider, a sure sign of good news, and you got the Rod, which predicts family quarrels. So this one jumped off, so we have guilt. And I don't know if you can see that, but she's kind of like grabbing her head, and there's all this clouds and stuff. And what else does Leo need to know about the now? Ooh, the Master. Good job. Cool. So, damn, Leo. So whatever you rode away from, whatever you moved on from, you changed from, I do really get that it was holding you back. Maybe it was your family, because with the Rod predicts family quarrels. So this is the now. So in the now, the Rider has good news, the Rod predicts family quarrels, and you got guilt and the Master. The Master is like the guru or the sage, you know. Let me just read the Master to you. So maybe your family is trying to guilt you, or use guilt to like leverage something or drag you back into something. I mean, only you are going to know. I should speed this up too. Okay. I'm just gonna read you. I'm just gonna read you the second part. Beyond mind, there is an awareness that is intrinsic, that is not given to you by the outside and is not an idea. And there is no experiment up to now that has found any center in the brain which corresponds to awareness. The whole work, and I don't know if that's true at this point, this book's a little bit old, but the whole work of meditation is to make you aware of all that is mind and disidentify yourself from it. Yeah, so okay, the very separation is the greatest revolution that can happen to man. Now you can do and act on only that which makes you more joyous, fulfills you, gives you contentment, makes your life a work of art, a beauty. But this is possible only if the Master in you is awake. Right now the Master is fast asleep, and the mind, the servant, is playing the role of the Master. And the servant is not even your servant. The servant is created by the outside world. It follows the outside world and its laws. Once your awareness becomes a flame, it burns up the whole slavery that the mind has created. There is no blissfulness more precious than freedom, than being a master of your own destiny. Okay, Leo, you know what I'm getting from this? So the guilt, the Rider is a sign of good news. The Rod predicts family quarrels. You got guilt, which is basically like your mind clawing at you with a bunch of bullshit, right? If you are guilty of doing something to someone, that is your own inner journey, your own healing, your own psychological duty. You have to work through that stuff and realize, okay, I hurt this person, that was wrong, that was bad, I should not have done that, I feel bad about it, I wish I could change it, I can't change it, I need to just like let it be in the past, and like all I can do in the now is not do that anymore, because I've learned from it, and I'm going to grow, and I'm going to change, and I'm going to hold myself accountable to make sure I'm not slipping back into old ways, and I'm going to keep moving forward. What I'm getting from this stuff with the good news in the family quarrels is that you might have a family, Leo, that reaches out to you periodically and tries to claw you back to hell, or tries to like guilt you, manipulate you, draw you into drama. And maybe it doesn't start out like that. Like maybe they call you and they're like, oh, hey, I just want to see how you're doing. Or, oh, hey, I just want to tell you some happy news. But then, 3, 4, 5 minutes into the phone conversation or the meeting or whatever it is, the drop by, I have a feeling like they might drop by, they're trying to pull you into drama. They're trying to pull you into bullshit, and they're using these mind games, this guilt. That, maybe it's like, oh well, I did so much for you, or don't you care about this, the people doing this drama, or like whatever the fuck it is. And the master is telling you, like, you have to master the part of your mind that is resonating with that bullshit, because I feel like your soul has already grown to a point where you know it's bullshit, but it's like head games, right? Like they try to pull you into head games. And I know that you probably have really good boundaries, because this shit, I feel like you left this stuff in the past a long time ago. And I feel like you've been leveling up and your life has been getting better. But that's the thing with family, right? Like, it's familiar. So there probably are parts of your brain, if not your soul, that still resonate with those patterns of neuroses that they're trying to apply to you, to use against you. I don't even know why, but maybe it's like an energy harvesting thing. Maybe they don't want to be left behind, but they don't know how to do the work in this life. Like, there's a lot of nuance to human relationships and families, right? But the master card that you got with this whole thing is the card that tells you to master your own mind, to become your own guru, to become your own leader, to become your own wise one. You can do it. You just have to conquer the mind. You can do it through meditation. You can do it through, a lot of people actually do it through talk therapy. That helps them unpack it, go through it, unidentify with a lot of it, and be able to set it down. But what I'm getting for the year now, Leo, is that even if you set it down, other people try to make you pick it back up by messing with your head in terms of like guilt and maybe shame too. Like, I get that they're trying to make you feel bad for leaving behind things that if they really supported and loved you, they would want you to leave behind. If you're peaceful and the family's, in all this drama, and they try to pull you into the drama, even though they know you're peaceful and want to be left out of it, and you've made that clear, and they try to pull you into it, those aren't people that are supporting you. Those aren't people that care about you. And maybe it's, what's the word? Unconscious. Maybe it's unconscious. Maybe they don't know that they're acting like this. Maybe they just have feelings. I feel left behind. I feel left out. I feel like I don't get to go with you, or I'm not getting to have what you're having, or whatever it is. But everyone has free will and is responsible for their own life. So unless someone comes to you and says like, hey, you seem so peaceful, I want you to teach me how you did it, and then you tell them, and then they go and apply that in their own life and do their own work themselves to do it, to apply it, right? To change and live in that new way that you've given them tips to go do. They're going to have to do that work themselves. You can't do that for them. You can't do someone's healing for them. You can give them a few tips, you can point them in the right direction. They have to take that on and heal themselves. So unless someone is coming to you and asking for it and they're doing the work themselves, then they're not necessarily going to, I believe in reincarnation, like we all recycle until we've learned all the lessons that we need to learn. Not everyone learns the same lessons in the same lives, right? So it might be like it's almost like an agree to disagree, but like in terms of like where your souls are going in this lifetime, and the fact that you're related or that you're from each other's past, that doesn't really mean much. It's all about how people treat each other. Of course, you only want to be around people who love and support you and treat you good, and that's fair. All right, what about Leo's future? Oh yeah, so the future, you got the mouse for theft. It's this one, that's it. Beyond illusion. What else? So you got beyond, you got the mouse, which denotes loss by theft, and you got lightning. Oops. Ooh, flowering. Yeah, so your future looks really bright. So I think this reading will probably have been helpful, so you know to protect yourself as the future starts to unroll for you. It looks like with Beyond Illusion, you are transcending the Maya, you're transcending the bullshit, you're seeing clearly, you're getting in tune with your inner self, and you're just a beautiful butterfly who's just transmuting and transforming. And then you got flowering. So from that, which is I think the Empress. So from that place of, or if it's not the Empress, it's like Queen of Pentacles, maybe. Anyway, so from that place of peace, growth, healing, transmutation, letting it go, seeing beyond the lie, seeing beyond the illusion, you will have flowering, which is the seed of like creativity. You create from there. So your future looks very bright. Oh, I'm going to get you an angel number, Leo, and then I will free you because it's been a while. 438. Heaven is helping you with your finances. Give any money worries to the angels and ascended masters and follow their divine guidance to manifest abundance. 438. So look out for that. That might be a sign for you. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it gave you some insight into your situation, but I wouldn't worry. I don't feel worried for you. I just feel like this was just spirit reaching out to say like, hey, heads up, there might be some drama from your family, and they might try to like play with your mind about it, and you have to start protecting your wealth and your resources for your future, so you're safe. Everything's safe. We want you to be completely safe, Leo. So yeah, that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye.